Assalamualaikum. My name is Seher. I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here to tell you about the maths book for class 3. It's Countdown and it's the third edition, as you can see, and it's the book of Oxford. Its monogram is here. It looks like this from the back side. Okay, so this is the book that you have to buy. It was just an old book which you do not need anymore. Okay, buy the new one, and it's the third edition. I'm going to open the page contents because our today's topic is Roman numbers. So the main heading is numbers, where under you can find the second topic is Roman numbers, and it is on page number 2. Okay, so it starts from here, continues on page number 3, and ends on page number 4. So you can take help from the book also. I hope it will be helpful for you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope you're doing well and taking good care of yourself. So today I'm here to help you out with the Roman numbers, and we'll learn the Roman numbers starting from 1 till 12. So let's begin with the lesson. Okay, so you can see some numbers on the screen starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now do you think that these numbers have a special name? Yes, these numbers do have a special name, and that name is Arabic numbers. Like everything around you or everyone around you has a specific name which gives them or a specific identity. So these numbers also have this name to give them a proper identification. Now a question might pop up into your mind that why do we call them Arabic numbers? So first of all, a little history about them, that these numbers were invented in India. Okay, so and who used them? These numbers were used by the Arab traders, hence their name is Arabic numbers. Now you must also know that who are traders? Traders are the people who travel around the world to sell or buy the things, and the Arab traders also had to travel around the world for selling or buying their things. And as they used these numbers, so wherever they went, these numbers became popular and people started using them. So first they were passed on to Europe and then to the other parts of the world. So these numbers are very common these days, and we see them almost everywhere around us. So can you name some of the places or things where you see them? Like on the clocks, on books, on price tags. So think of more of the things where you see these Arabic numbers. But what happened earlier? People didn't use these Arabic numbers. Instead, they used different kind of numbers, and their name was Roman numerals. And why they were called as Roman numbers? Because Roman invented them. People of Rome are called Roman. So they invented these numbers, and they were totally different from the Arabic numbers. Now let's learn more about them. As you have seen these outside your class, so you must know them, right? You are familiar. Now I'm showing you some more things where you can see these Roman numerals. So do these clocks look same? No, there are Arabic numbers on this clock and there are Roman numbers on this analog clock. Now look at one more thing. This is the content page of a book, so there you can also find them. So although these are very old numbers, but we still use them. Okay, so that's why we need to learn more about them, and it's very interesting. So as you have seen them outside your classes, you must know that this is class 1. Whenever you see this, you immediately get to know that this is class 2, and when you see this outside the class, you know it is class 3, which is your class. Okay, now let's learn more about the Roman numbers. Roman numbers are actually not the numbers, but these are the letters of the alphabets, and these letters of the alphabets represent the numbers. Let's look at this table. These are Arabic numbers and these are all Roman numbers, and when you look at this, you know that this is 1, and which is in Roman it is called as I. For 5 it is V, for 10 X, 50 L, 100 C, 500 D and 1000 M. But at your level, at class 3 level, you are going to learn about these three, I, V and X. We have to keep it in mind that I is 1, V is 5, X is 10. And these three symbols or letters are important because we can make more numbers from them. Okay, so the Roman counting revolves around these symbols to make new symbols. Okay, you can use your hands to make these symbols as well. This is when you raise your index finger, it becomes, or it shows I. Okay, for writing we can use this thumb and this shape of your hands. Then when you cross your thumbs together, it becomes X. There are 10 fingers in the hands, hence it is 10. Try out by your own. Okay, now Romans had no symbol for 0. Why? Because 0 was invented quite later on by an Indian mathematician. So Romans had no concept of 0. So there is no symbol in Romans, and Roman people had no idea of using 0. Let's move further. As I told you earlier that we are going to use these three symbols to make new symbols or numbers. Let's learn how. Okay, so these are the Arabic numbers. As we all know that there is no special symbol for 0 in Roman, so we move on to 1, and we all know that the symbol for 1 is I. And but till from 2, 3, 4 we don't have any special symbol, so we just add 2I together to make it 2, and for writing 3 we add 3I together. But now here, do we have to write 4I together to get a 4? No, actually we have to follow a rule. But before that, it's much easier to write on 5 because we know that 5 is V, so we simply write here 5. Now to make 4, we have to follow a rule which says that smaller value symbol comes before the greater value. Okay, and it means that we have to subtract smaller value from the greater value. So as it is a rule of mathematics that whenever you have to get a smaller value, we use subtraction there. Okay, so when we have to get, so this is the reason we are subtracting to get the smaller value. Let's make it more clear that as a rule says, smaller value symbol before the greater value. Smaller value symbol before the greater value is here. Have a look at this like this. This is I, which is equals to 1 and is a smaller value. This is V, which is equal to 5 and is a greater value. So IV means 4, and 4 is a smaller value, so we subtract I from V. So we get like this, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, now for writing 6, again we have to follow another rule, that is smaller value symbol after greater value. Okay, and we have to add to get us add smaller value to the greater value. Again, see like this, this is a greater value and this is a smaller value, and it's again a rule in addition, then whenever we have to get a bigger value we add there. So this rule is applied here like this. This is 6, V is equal to 5, which is a greater value, I is equals to 1, which is a smaller value. As 6 is a greater value, so so I is added to V to get 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, like again look at this, like 4 is a smaller value, 4 is smaller than 5, so smaller value symbol comes first, then the greater value symbol comes. And for 6 is a bigger number than 5, so bigger value is coming first and then the smaller value symbol is coming. Okay, now move on to 7. Simply we add 2I together to make it 7. How? Like this. As we know, V is 5, 5, 6, 7, as I means 1, this I also means 1, so we just add them, 5, 6, 7. In order to make 8, we simply add one more I to get an 8, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now again here we have to follow another the same rule. This is rule number 1. As we know that 10 is the symbol, has the symbol X, so we first write it like this. And as you know that 9 is smaller than 10, then we follow the same rule that smaller value symbol will come before the greater value. Again same rule will be followed here like this. And if we do it like this, for further explanation, I is equals to 1, as X is equals to 10, and it becomes 9. So 9 is a smaller value, so we subtract I from X to get 9. 10 minus 1 gives us 9. And for writing 11, again we'll follow rule number 2, which says that smaller value symbol after the greater value, it means we have to add there, like this. Okay, 10 plus 1 gives us 11. X is equal to 10, which is a greater value. I is equals to 1, which is a smaller value. When we add them, we get 11. In the same way, when we have to write 12, we simply write one more I to get 12, like this. 10, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12 for this number. Okay. So one more thing to keep in mind is that I is not repeated more than 3 times. See here. For 1, 2, 3, I is repeated. So we are not going to repeat. We cannot write 4 I together. That's why we have to use another symbol. And again, you can see here 6, 7, and 8. We cannot write 4 I with 5 like this. We cannot write 5 I to make it 9. Instead, a new symbol is added to get the 9, 11, 12. Okay. So, but the letters which can be repeated are I, V, and X. So you can see them all around till 12. And when you learn more about them, you'll see how these numbers are again repeated over and over, and you can make new symbols using these letters. So this was it about the Roman numbers. You should write these numbers in your copies from 1 till 12, following all the rules that had been told to you. And see you later, and thank you so much for your time.
So as I told you that you have to write down the Roman numbers from 1 till 12 in your copies. So first of all, have a look at this. You must fill in all the details on this page. That is your name, class, section, and your subject must be there. And make sure to cover it with talc sheet. Now open the copy. Okay, this page, don't leave this one, just start from this page. You have to leave, in fact you have to fill details over here also, name, class, section, subject. Okay, don't leave it empty, you have to fill here. Okay, now turn the page. Okay, you have to leave these 2 pages also. Over here we will paste the syllabus, and over here we will put the tag of first term. Now come to the next page, and from this page you'll have to start your work. Draw the margin lines neatly, and I'll tell you more about it. Okay, this is how you have to draw margin lines. I'm going to use markers to make it prominent so that you can understand clearly, but you do not have to use markers. You will use only the lead pencil. Okay, so on the top, leave one box and draw a line for the topic. Just it should cover 2-3 boxes, not 2, sorry, 3-4 boxes. Okay, and below it draw another line for writing down the topic. On the above line we'll write down the heading of topic, and on this line we are going to write down the topic. So now it's the time to write down homework, because you're doing it at home, so you'll write homework at the top. Again, I'm using marker, but you do not have to use them. Fine. Write HW in separate boxes. On the right side of the page, you have to write down the day. And on the left side, write down the date. First of all, you'll have to write the month, which is April. Then write down date and comma. Date and comma, 20 comma, and the year. That's it. Now write down the heading of topic. And what is our topic? It's Roman numbers from 1 till 12. So we are going to write down the same on the line that is below it. This is how you have to write down the topic. Make sure to write all the symbols in separate boxes. Okay, this is how. Now you have to draw a line in the center. Divide your page into 2 by drawing a line in the center like this. So we have drawn a line in the center, and draw a line on the top also, where we have to write, on one side we will write Arabic numbers, and on the other side we will write the Roman numbers. Now on one side you will write Arabic numbers. Start with the capital A. Write numbers with small n. On the other side you will write the Roman numbers. Start with capital R. Leave one box, then write numbers, okay? So it will give you a neat look of the copy. Okay, so this is how you'll have to prepare your page for writing Roman numbers. And now start writing. Under Arabic numbers, you'll write 1. And on the other side, obviously you're going to write I there. Make sure to write out the full box. Now next number is 2. And what do we have to do? We have to draw 2I for 2. Then comes 3. Write down 3I in Roman and make sure to write every I in a different box. Now 4. First of all I and then V. Make sure to write in the same pattern, okay? Like you have to write I here. You'll not start writing 2I from here. You'll write in the same line, okay? And this is how you have to start your work. Your work is going to be completed on the next page. I'll show you how you have to do. So this is how you have to complete your work. Look carefully, all the symbols are written in separate boxes and in the same symmetry. Your work will be completed in 2 pages. That is, you have to use the next side of the page also. This is how you have to do your work. Don't forget to draw the ending line.